Welcome back to another Dogsben model railway video. Today we are continuing our work on this Lima XPT. In the first part of the video, which is already up, we're going to put the link in the description in the link below. We gutted her, we pulled the old ring fill motor out, replaced it with a cam. So continuing on that line of thought, I decided before we reassemble it, we'll go in and work on this back pickup wheel. As you see, there's a whole lot of crud built up on there. The black stuff, that's I can't really pronounce the word, but it's pretty much electrolysis. Whenever this is touching the rail, it is attracting the dirt. So that's dirt, that's gunk, and all that is going to stop efficient power pickup. There's two line of thoughts of how you do this. If I was at home, I would use very strong alcohol and a rag and just rub back and forth on track. But because we're filming at Graham's video studio, today I decided to use my old friend the Dremel. But please note that burn there was done by some person putting a soldering iron on it. That was not me, but yeah. So anyway, you want it on the lowest power setting. You don't want any faster than the lowest power setting. You hold it very slowly. You can already see the wheel's 100 times better. Welcome back. We just had a quick break just because we had to get set up for the next part. Because we'll be doing soldering in this part, we thought it would be a good idea to show you the basic of how to solder. Because doing any electrical work with more trains, it's important you know how to do it. Otherwise, you can quite literally cause, on my DCC layout, if you mis-solder something, you can cause $500 damage easily for a new booster. So anyway, this part here, we're just hitting the wires. I've already tinned it, but pretty much you hold the wire on the soldering iron, which warms it up, and attach it, and push it onto the solder like that, and it'll put the wire on. Remember, you're putting the solder in the wire, not the wire in the solder. So anyway, we'll chuck that bit of spare wire aside in this parts drill. So now onto the hard bit. Okay, so these ones have already been pre-tinned in the factory. So we got this wire, we have to go down and touch onto this plate here. We also have a bit of solder left on the soldering iron, so this should be a quick job. Go in, hold. Go in, hold it, hold it. Ooh. Remember, boys and girls, solder is incredibly hot, so you don't want to burn yourself. I just kind of got myself, but should be right. Same idea on this one. I'll tin this wire up here. This wire is one that goes on the pickup buggy. And by the way, we're using flux cord because you don't need flux with it. That's an ugly solderer, but yeah. So next, wire to wire. We should go along and isolate all these joints afterwards, but I can do that all off camera. Now check how strong the solder joint is. Welcome back to the next part of the video. Because these old lemurs, they only drive on one end, they have this huge weight in them. They need something to help them get the power down. And this you'll find out in some Hornby models probably still. But remember, this XPT is probably as old as I am, so it's understandable. These are traction tyres. They go on the groove of the wheel, which helps to give the traction. When I originally received this model, the old traction tyres were long gone. So I've been meaning for years to fit it with some new ones. And I thought this would be an ideal opportunity because I've got the bogie back plate off, the whole thing disassembled, so yeah, we might as well fit those tyres. So first thing you do when fitting these tyres, you've got to stretch them out a little bit. Like so. They're only little. Put them over the wheel. These are rod bands. They can be an actually bugger of thing to fit. And it doesn't help that I've never actually fitted one. And there you go, there's one. You've got to make sure the band is nice and firm. There's no kinks. And that one appears to be right. So next one, same idea. You get on the wheel, you stretch her on. There's a slight kink in that one. There's a couple of kinks in that one. Then just rub your nail on it and causes the band to reflex and turn the right way around. So now she'll actually have a bit more power, which is important. It will help them move the train with this newfangled heavy motor we've put into it.
So Michael, do we put traction tyres on the other side, or is it just on one side?
Just on this side. On this side has a groove. So you look on this side, it's a blind wheel.
Yes, okay.
There's no groove or anything fit on there. We could probably put them on there, but I couldn't guarantee how long it would hold, and also this motor also picks up from one of these sides too. So
right.
We don't want to restrict the power flow. The bit in this rebuild what I'm doing is putting it back together and hope we've got the power right, because it's an easy enough problem to fix if we don't have the power right. It's just, yeah, I'll be let down after all this work if I haven't reassembled it the right way around. So, next job is we've got to reassemble it. As you see, I've already put the lead bogie in. Now this one, by looks of it, it's a drop bogie. So we flip it the right way around, and we drop the bogie in position, which it doesn't want to go. Times you wish you could hit things with a sledgehammer, but I don't think that'd work. Yep, that's gone in. Yep, that's fallen into position. So next, we flip her upside down. And we fit the bottom plate on the bogie. Problem is remembering which screw goes where now. I think that one there. With this thing, it's usually a lot of trial and error in the process. But as R.J. Mitchell once said, the designer of the Spitfire, If it looks right, it is right. And also as a club member once told me, as long as the smoke stays in the wire, you're fine.
So, Michael, other than being British, do the or Italian in this case, is there any other connection with the Spitfire?
Not particularly. It's just an interesting saying.
As in the original Intercity 125 is British, of course.
There we are. We have the back bogey in. So you get the lead bogey. Put her in there. And clip the clip on. Which with this old Lehman stuff you don't want to just rip and pull and be rough on, because I doubt you can get spare parts for these things anymore. You probably can on the internet, but you can't come new. And there you go. She's ready for the body, but before the body goes on, I'd probably want to give her a test to make sure I've wired her in properly. Welcome back. Before we start putting the locomotive's body on, because during filming some oily grease got splattered on the loco from that flywheel, me and Graham decide we'll go in and give her a quick spring clean. You can see the grease, like the greasy marks on her. And nobody should be, no model should have to put up with grease and dirt. So anyway, in this pot here, we've got lukewarm dishwashing liquid. Here we've got Q-tips, towels, brushes, and toilet paper. The toilet paper is just mainly to absorb the water and scrub and lift whatever we get off. The reason why we use dishwater soap rather than any other soap is it will not harm the paint job. But yeah, this shouldn't take long. So you go in with the Q-tip, and just like if you're washing the real thing. And here in show we've had a 40 something degree day, so the water's going to evaporate very quickly. So go in just like that, and it's looking a lot better already. Same idea, you go in, brush on. If we probably wanted to, we could go in and give her a full prototypical paint job. But again, these lemurs are pretty much toys by today's standards. Although I have seen a full set of lemur, like remoted and all that. I'm gonna use a old paintbrush now, just because we're going on a lot bigger surface. Just a little bit of water. And some of you just go on paper and just... The idea is to be firm but gentle. Welcome back. And so we've got they see the engine is locomotive is now clean. The wiring is all done. I might come in later on and just isolate them properly. Just go with some electrical tape. I'll wait until she has a test run to make sure everything is operable. Operational. because I wouldn't want to put it all fully back together and then find out, oh, we have to switch to turn a bogey 360 degrees to get the proper connection. So anyway, to reassemble these Lima XPTs, which is quite simple, it's reverse of how you pull it apart. So you get the logo like that. Put the wire in first. Ooh, that might not work actually. That's not going to hold up. Probably made a little bit too loose a wire. Should be right. And now she's secured. So now you go with your two screws. Also, I believe this remotoring technique will work on your Lima HSTs and possibly any late Hornby HSTs. But I believe, from what I've seen from other videos, they have the same sort of motor, so remotoring should not be an issue. Careful not to cross thread the screw, because if you cross thread the screws, then you'll have a huge problem on your hands. And she should be back together. She's ready to haul the next Sydney to Melbourne overnight express. Thanks for watching this video. We'll be adding footage of her running at the end of the video with her rake of carriages. Thank you and have a lovely night.